The opinions of the guests and host are their own and do not represent the opinions of Ironclad, the Border Patrol, or the Department of Homeland Security.
Another case of modern-day cattle rustling has occurred. This time, a Kentucky cattleman misled investors and a financial lender out of $100 million.
When you say they didn't have time to hide the evidence, who do you assume is they?
We've got some cartel arrests in our area that were red flags for me. You got Roberto Alderte, who was arrested in our area right whenever this fraud started up in 2018. And his brother Luis was arrested because he got a hold of an informant here in Paducah, Kentucky to buy grenade launchers and rifles. He is a lieutenant to El Mencho. We're talking thousands of dead cows that are stacked up. I mean, it looks like it's so far back. There are cows, so many cows stack up and so far back. You'd think it's a forest. And these two victims, this fraud, were told, if you talk about this, you're gonna end up in that stack. Last time when we sat down, we were around $2 billion. That's what we sat at. Now, with the adversary proceeding in northern Texas, we're sitting at $4.5 billion. With intra-bank transfers, we're looking at $10 billion, up to $10 billion. Since we last interviewed and talked, we have gotten the payment sheets on 2,000 payments. So every single penny for that $4.5 billion, we have accounted for. And we have who it went to, we have how many transactions there were. It's shocking. Yeah, that's a lot of money. That was a whole lot of money. And just seeing where it went, seeing who received this. Since then, my girlfriend has been shot at. I got shot at as well, again.
You think that this is part of a human trafficking situation as well?
I do, absolutely. And based off information I received from our last podcast, I mean, you opened the door got kicked open because people in Kentucky, they've never seen this type of stuff talked about. And that door got kicked open, and the information that came in, it was shocking. I'm still shocked, and I got it all right here. I mean, it sounds like we've got a lot, but there is so many more moving parts here.
How did you connect that individual with the Bitcoin to this case?
The reporter who called me, it just happens to be that he's not exactly involved in this case. It's just in this area.
Another area, just corruption in the area.
Exactly, yes. And then come to find out from your podcast, a guy contacts me from Dallas and says, hey, I was working on an investigation up there with hemp fraud, a massive amount of hemp fraud. And you're talking about the same people, I think, dude. Can you check your sheets? The same people are involved in a massive hemp fraud that happened 2 or 3 years ago. So they raid this mansion in Smithland, Kentucky. Come to find out, there is the owner, Mr. Waltz, had a man in there and was torturing him for Bitcoin passwords. This is 20 miles physically from here right now. The next day, I get a call from a family services woman. She tells me that there was a 13-year-old girl that was found in a ditch outside of that property. She said, this isn't being talked about. That little girl only spoke German.
It's almost like Rambo, but instead it's a rock version and the whole city's corrupt by a group of people. That's what this is starting to feel like. This is starting to feel like a fucking movie, dude. Why is it that you have all this information, the courts have all this information, and no one's going after anyone? Who's not enforcing anything? There has to be a further investigation on, like, who the hell is this dude?
I have a very good theory on why they haven't. So that gentleman that did the 232, we've come to find out, has been to Dubai several times, which that's, you know, it's a little bit abnormal, but okay, people go to Dubai, whatever. His business seems to mirror a business that is registered in Dubai to a T. And the website's full of stock images. I mean, it just looks like you can look at it and see, like, man, this is not legit.
So what do you believe it is?
It's definitely trafficking, 100%. And the reason that this is not being investigated is that gentleman has given money in the campaign cycle.
So politically, he's connected. He invests in some kind of political. Can you say which party?
Well, we kind of infiltrated that and got in, and we saw him there, and his daughter there, who runs a lot of these companies, who does a lot of these books for this guy, for this I call him 232, because that's how much money he got. We saw the former Kentucky Attorney General walk straight up to this guy and shake his hand and hug his damn daughter.
I want to pause for a moment and acknowledge a brand that is doing something you don't see very often anymore. GHOSTBED didn't just sponsor an episode. They stepped up to support the entire Ironclad network, and that matters. GHOSTBED is built by people who care deeply about quality. It is a product-first company. Their mattresses are made in America, engineered with advanced cooling technology, breathable materials, and zero shortcuts. They have 3 different collections to choose from, and they've built an online sleep quiz so that you can dial in exactly what works for your body. And behind it all is a real in-house team of sleep experts, never outsourced. Right now, we have an exclusive offer for any of our listeners that beats any other discount out there. Go to ghostbed.com/borderland and use code Borderland for an extra 15% off site-wide. When you support them, you're not just buying a mattress, you're supporting the kind of companies that keep independent, high-stakes storytelling alive. I've got mine. Now it's time for you guys to go get yours. Go to ghostbed.com/borderland.